higher education is designed to be an exciting, enjoyable time when a young person learns and prepares for entry into independent adult life. But unless students are committed to looking after their mental health and well-being, they might not maximize on the experience. We asked some students how they prioritize looking after their mental health amidst all of the opportunities and distractions that come with student life.
I started noticing my mental health wasn't as good as I thought. I think like a lot of people did during the pandemic, because at the beginning of the pandemic and lockdown, I was like, this is good, it's like a holiday, yeah. But at the end of it, you were isolated, and I'm someone that does better when I'm going to class in person than when I'm doing it online, so that also took a toll on my mental health. So I started, well, at the beginning, I only talked to like my family about it, but that helped me a lot because I was keeping it all inside, and at the end of lockdown, I like exploded and told everything to my mom, and that helped a lot because she talked to me. So talking to other people, I would say, is a really helpful thing. Also, after last year, after deciding that geography wasn't really what I wanted to do, I also was in a bit of a bad time, and I started going to the psychologist. But I know that that's something not everyone can afford. So if you have the means to do it, I would say do it, because even if you don't have like a really big problem, it always helps to talk to a professional, I think, and just like letting things out. You don't have to have a specific problem to talk about.
So what I have learned as Winnie is that I'm very important, as in my state of mind is genuinely very, very important. I think it's also, me learning this also has to do with the course that I was doing, where we were learning what mental health is. I think for the longest time, there was this in my mind, I know for a fact, it used to be like, oh, mental health is over there, it's not over here. But then I realized, no, mental health affects everybody, and it affects us in different ways. Right? So for me, I genuinely learned to speak up when I'm not okay. Like if something is irritating me or I'm troubled by something, or I'm upset by something, I now prioritize myself by obviously speaking to the people that I feel are deserving to hear this, because you can't actually be vulnerable with everyone. We just need to keep that in mind. So I also realized that the lecturers here in the college are there to support students with our mental health, and they always speak about it. Even when we were having our classes online, the lecturers would say, guys, if any of you are struggling with anything, shoot me an email. There's a way we can deal with this. So I've learned that it's very important to look after your mental health. And my way of looking after my mental health is through exercise and healthy eating and all these healthy podcasts. I'm always on them, literally. I think at this point, I know all of the, and I do a lot of meditation as well. We had a really good lecturer who was always about just always taking a moment if you're feeling overwhelmed, and never take on too many things than you can handle. And it's okay not to get things done sometimes, so long as you're looking after yourself.
Después de la universidad, lo que te comenté, yo estuve bastante mal anímicamente, en el sentido de que yo pensaba que no valía para nada. Y pues después ha sido como un cambio progresivo, porque yo cambié amistades, cambié hábitos, cambié muchas cosas, y yo creo que ha sido mucho mejor. Y yo creo que lo que todo el mundo debe hacer, en el sentido de cuando se encuentre con un bache en su vida, es hablar. Porque yo era de la gente que pensaba que es mejor, mis problemas me los soluciono yo, no necesito ayuda de nadie, yo puedo buscar la solución solo. Y al final, hablando con la gente, escuchas otros puntos de vista, otras opiniones, en el sentido de que tú igual estás enfocando el problema de una manera, o te estás obcecando tanto con que el problema es este, el problema es este, el problema es este, que no estás buscando ninguna solución. Y por eso yo te digo que con mis amigos, siempre que tenemos un problema lo hablamos, y pues igual el problema sigue estando ahí, pero ya lo sabes llevar de otra manera, puedes lidiar con el problema mejor, y poco a poco, si tú pones de tu parte, se va evaporando. yo pienso. Y esa es nuestra solución siempre, irnos por ahí, hablar un poco y llorar incluso. Si vemos que el problema es fuerte, pues podemos llorar, que no pasa nada. Que yo también pensaba antes que llorar era como sentirte débil y no hay nada malo en llorar, es algo natural.
He aprendido eso, que hay que estar bien para poder hacer las cosas bien. Si no estás bien, no vas a poder hacerlo. Entonces necesitas ayuda. Sí, hay varias opciones. Una, por ejemplo, es en el centro, en The Crowley, tenemos una orientadora. Y luego también, pues fuera de The Crowley, cualquier ámbito también personal o cualquier cosa, pues bueno, un psicólogo o algo que es lo normal. Cuando tienes problemas mentales o cualquier cosa, no estás bien contigo mismo, es la mejor opción.
Well, I suppose one of the first things I'd say is that people have a tendency to overthink this and overcomplicate it. So I always encourage students to get back to basics on this. So it's the little things like getting your 6 to 7 hours sleep per night, eating 3 meals. It's amazing the students that I meet who tell me that they haven't been sleeping well or having the average amount of hours sleep per night. They're up all night and maybe sleeping during the day and then not getting to college on time, and then that is just continued right throughout the summer, and then they find it difficult to get back into a routine again. So the sleep pattern is really important. I'm also shocked by the amount of people who aren't having their regular 3 meals. So that's another simple, basic thing that people can do to look after themselves. Taking regular comfort breaks is another important thing, because people put themselves under pressure to, when they're having their CAs to get in on time, then they don't take breaks at all. So it's really important to have fun as well, not take things so seriously. And also to have physical activity on a regular basis. And one of the things I notice is that when people get stressed and they're very, very busy, they stop doing the things that they ordinarily find pleasure in. The things that they find are really useful for their mental health and their physical health. So I'd really encourage people to have at least 20 to 30 minutes of physical activity every day. And it is about being boundaried around that and making sure that you can get it in.